Hello everyone, and welcome to a recording or a commentary of the E-League Championship match. So in the Dominion League, every tier has some people who win divisions, and these two players, actually there were 4 players that won their divisions, and this is they played the semifinal, and this is the resulting final. Jakkdl starts first as the higher rated player. And then first player alternates, and the player who gets to 3.5 wins first is the winner of the match and the E-League Championship for Season 50. Let's take a look at this board, shall we? There's some good trashing with Lookout, or no, Lookout's not really good trashing, but it's trashing that's good enough. And there's the count is pretty good trashing. But there is no village except Lost Arts. So let's say if you could, you can't play multiple bridges unless you have Lost Art on maybe Artificer. And if you Lost Arts Artificer, then you can use MC as draw. Then you need a lot of cantrips with Lost Arts. So playing a lot of action cards can be difficult, although you do have Necropolis, which will probably be pretty important, so you probably don't want to trash that. Other than that, there's also Grave Robber, which can do some tactical plays later in the game. There's a combo of Bridge and Artificer. So if you play Bridge and then Artificer, which is only possible if, once again, if you have Lost Arts, you'd have to discard fewer cards and still get a card on top. So let's say for sake of argument, I have 3 bridges in play and then play an Artificer. You can just discard 1 card to top like a bridge, or discard 0 cards to top like a silver. You probably wouldn't want silver, but just for sake of argument. It still opens Lookout, which I like, just get some trashing in. So you could either look at bridge or look at silver, I think. So you probably want count as your first 5 or Artificer, I imagine. So I'm not entirely sure if I like bridge over silver, because if you do get a count and then a collide count and bridge, that's I guess it's not that bad, because you will be able to just top deck the bridge, and that's not too different than just top decking the silver with the count. So actually jakkdl opens Lookout silver and thematbk opens bridge Lookout. So a slight difference there, and oh, that's very nice. jakkdl discarded trashed their open going stage, which allowed them to buy 5. But their first 5 was MC, so not the one I expected. I expected both count or relic or artificer even over MC. I don't really love the terminal draw at the moment. And I think giving your opponent a silver at this point in the game is still relevant. You've got, I guess they do have silver over the bridge, so terminal draw is slightly less bad for them, but I would have preferred getting the count online first. And the thematbk actually trashes the Necropolis, which I don't think is good, as I mentioned before. I think they should have just trashed the copper. Oh, they did trash copper and discard Necropolis. Never mind, I just misread the log. So I agree with that play. So for jakkdl, it's a bit awkward because you don't really want another terminal, but they do. I guess if they decide that building an engine with Lost Arts is too difficult, they might just go for MC big money, because drawing terminal action cards or drawing action cards in general with MC is not that bad, because you can just discard them. Oh, they Lost Arts the embassy. All right, that makes sense. And they have 2 terminals to play every turn, one, because of Necropolis. So thematbk actually ahead in trashing now, because jakkdl drew their Lookout off the embassy, but they played Lighthouse. So there's no attacks, are there? No, it's just purely a kind of delayed silver. I'm not sure if I like look when did they buy that? On the bridge turn. I don't like this. I think um hmm, I might prefer a second look at maybe. Silver is fine, but like I'm not sure whether lighthouse is better than nothing, and especially I'm not sure if second lighthouse. Oh, they bought two lighthouses. But they had four copies and bought a lighthouse? Hmm. I don't understand. Like, maybe I'm missing something. I guess if you lost Arch Lighthouse, well, it's only when you play. So when you play it, you get two actions, and then at start of the next turn, you only get a coin. So I'm pretty sure you don't get the Lost Arch trigger at the start of your turn because you don't play it. Hmm. Unsure. It's a good turn. Excellent turn for jakkdl. You probably want to get a terminal in your deck now. Possibly second bridge. Yeah, I like the second bridge here. So kind of best of 7, I guess. Um, it just has an as a embassy on top. Um, the two bridges are their only terminals. Arthur's isn't that great currently. Um, so thematbk lost arts their embassy or the embassy pile. I don't think do they have a single embassy yet? I have one, yeah. I've got one on turn 5. Yeah, like the Magic Case deck is pretty bad because they have two lighthouses and like 3 silvers from jakkdl's MC buys. So I guess jakkdl now also has 3 silvers because of like 2 MC buys from the thematbk and they bought one on the opening. And there's still 1 silver left, 7 silver, I think. The thematbk bought one at some point. You actually like this second lookout here, having it in your deck. I mean, I haven't been tracking, but I think the last card is a copper. Like, if you know this card, you might want to play your MC first before you look out, but yeah, thinning 2 cards every turn is good. Now I have 3 coppers remaining, I'm pretty sure. Trash 4. Yeah, so they're way ahead in trashing. Even more MCs, I guess. And then something non-terminal. Maybe just Artificial. Maybe Relic? I don't hate Relic. I guess your opponent does have 2 lighthouses, so it actually doesn't really do much. And I also miss Relic when I mentioned lighthouses, but you know, jakkdl bought lighthouse. I'm not sure if I like that. I did have money for Artificer. They had 6 money, 7, 8 from bridges. I guess they were 1 short for the Artificer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were 1 short. Strip MC. So it's 6-4 now, or is it 5-5? I think it's 5-5 in MCs. Wait, what? Oh, it might become a ball in estate at some point to trust their hovel. Yeah, I guess. Guess it's like almost strictly better not doing that. I'm not sure actually whether the fifth MC is that much better than something else. So like at some point, like overdrawing with MC is not really a thing because you like you have two cards in your discard pile, you draw both of them, and then you have to discard three cards. Um, I guess you do have at some point you have two lookouts you can discard every turn, but I kind of actually want artificers to like draw the last three cards. Because I don't think there's another way of like drawing the last cards you have discarded with MC. I'm actually thinking like if you lost Art Artificer, you have five artificers, it's like six terminals, which could then be like three MC, three bridges. Like with lost art and MSCs, you're like always hard capped at two bridges per turn. If you lost art artificer, you can like play more bridges at the cost of playing MCs, which maybe that's worse, but I think they've both got six silvers. Oh wow. Don't think it was that like yes they lose a turn, but jakkdl could also lose a turn there later. I think it pretty early resigned, but they're right to resign, of course. That's the wrong one. All right, game two. Let's see what we have. A lot of stuff, it seems. So there is, I guess the only thing missing here is trashing. Like Great Robert's the only trashing. You can't actually trash your starting cards except Necro. That's kind of awkward. So the Marks card's not that good. So how do we cycle through all this stuff? What's Gallery do again? It's a new card. Right, you can buy more stuff. Hmm. So what is there to do? There's Inventor, but like it's not really a good way of playing multiple inventors because like the only village again is University. I think University is good to play with. I think you do open potion. Maybe potion silver, because then if you hit five on non-potion turn, you can like buy either Den or Minion, which are both pretty good, I think. Oh, you can actually pick the Necro, of course. Kind of missed that. So yeah, if you yeah, this is good. Like you can buy potion here and then have it in your have a tiny shuffle with it. And jakkdl is opening slightly worse because they won't be able to buy a 4 cost. Right, thematbk opts for the inventor first. Not sure whether I like inventor. Like, there's not really. I don't want that many 4 costs. And like, yes, you would love to like gain 5 costs with inventor, but that requires you to play 2 inventors in a turn, which requires either having university in play or having tactician in your previous turn. I guess you could like inventor the potion and then have 4 coins to buy 5 costs, but I don't love the inventor here. I guess you could take a bunch of conspirators and then just always pick your first two actions and then get a conspirator train, but like that seems very inconsistent, especially with like having your 10 starter cards in your deck at all times. Because you can't trash them. So jakkdl could opt not to play their Necro and just buy a 5 cost next turn. Instead of like picking to hit 3. Because like hitting 3 doesn't actually accomplish much. Yes, you can buy silver. But then you're still only 50 50. No, you're slightly above 50-50 to like have 5 coins in your next hand in turn 2. But like I think I might rather just skip your turn 1 and then buy a 5 cost. That 5 cost probably being Den of Sin. I mean, if you're like gonna go for potion, you might as well just like buy 3 cost here and then potion next turn. Although that doesn't mean your potion will miss the shuffle, but like the shuffle will be quite tiny, so they opt not to pick their Necro. Would rather have a 5 cost than a potion, or would rather have the potion in a 11 card shuffle. So the thematbk now does go for the potion. And then I got an inventory here, which is not really doing much for them, I still don't think. There's also Salty Earth, which I haven't mentioned yet. Which could be like if you fall behind an engine building, then you might salt, but you need buys for that with Market Square. I guess Market Square gets buys. Galleria doesn't allow you to like salt multiple times in a turn. So Jackson actually does go for the potion. So if they turn 1 pigged, then they would have like it could just have bought Harbinger, right? And then they would have 4 cards in hand and 1 card up the top, and have a 5 card deck without potion. I guess that like you'll definitely not have potion turn 3, but yeah, I'm not sure. Like you still would have had potion turn 4. Yeah, I think I would have just picked anyway if you're going for a 4 cost like potion because like you actually do trigger the potion does miss the shuffle, but the shuffle that the potion misses is only 5 cards, one of which is a cantrip if you buy the Harbinger or Mark Square. Anyways, they both got some universities. Oh, this is really good hand for the thematbk. They can university and then inventor and then rock both of their conspirators. So thematbk did inventor and inventor, and then some more conspirators. And then thematbk bought a second university, it seemed like it. So jakkdl seems pretty behind at this moment. Yeah, bottom decking their potion, it seems like. Yeah, maybe you don't even top deck your inventor here to have a 50-50 shot of hitting a potion. Like I think university is more important than inventor here. Like buying university is like more important than playing inventor here. This is optional, right? Yeah. Yeah. I think I might have liked not top decking the inventor to have a better shot of hitting a potion. Like if you then lose the 50-50, if like the potion is an actual bottom card for deck, like then you're quite sad. I don't know. Yeah, I think with inventor university you just grab me in the bunch. I think I want Den here, yeah. I think Den is good for draw. a third inventor or fourth maybe. I think there's too many inventors for the current village situation. Although I guess with big does like given the way of the pig, you don't really mind colliding inventors that much. Might have liked to see conspirator for jackdl, though like conspirator doesn't really do much for you anyway until you have plus buy. Um, so maybe not actually. Picking a card there is nice. Last inventor is gone, alright. So probably buy Denopson here. What do you gain with the university? Maybe minion? I guess you could try to go for tactician, but it's like quite consistent given the like non-trashing market square for plus buy. I don't hate it. So thinking about picking this inventor, maybe. Then what you're hoping to draw? Minion, I guess. The hit of 5. Yeah, this by market square over conspirator. Not quite sure if I like that. I mean, it's definitely fine. I guess they. Yeah, if you're planning on like playing much inventors, then plus buy is way better than plus coins. But yeah, actually, more to think about it, I kind of like plus buy here. Driving the university there is really fortunate. Yeah, I think I would have led with minion, then pick an adventure. Like if you don't hit a university or your necropolis, then you miss out on 2 coins from the conspirator. You would have to pick another adventure then. Well, maybe the 2 coins. 2 coins don't matter as much. It's a pretty good attack here. thematbk's hand's not that good anymore. Just get a gain of Denopson here, probably. Another minion. Yeah, I guess minion and then are kind of numbo. So like if you go for minions, you probably won't go for minions hard. But at that point, maybe you want a tactician as well, like to finish off the turn. Not sure. Actually, that thematbk had 2 dancing coming in, so pretty good. Still not a fantastic turn due to not having any more draw. No cantrips, I guess. Using university's cantrip works. From this game, Conspirator Denison here. Harbinger Denison. I think I'd prefer Conspirator over Harbinger. I think plus 2 points is more valuable than the Harbinger effect. I think you pick an adventure here, try to hit a university. Because like you would love to hit a university, then play an adventure, and then toss your hand with minion. And like the second inventor is going to get tossed anyway by minion, so you might as well pick it first to go for the high upside play, I think. Yeah. Still no village effect though. I mean, they only have four, I think. Like three universities and necro. Let's click that one. It's kind of the thematbk to grant that. It was technically new information, but so you can harbinger a inventor here, I think. Although you wouldn't have a way to draw that unless you top like a cantrip with the harbinger, which you do. Very nice. You can also top like a minion, like play university inventor and then toss your copper again. Might be better. No, I think I prefer getting the inventor top decked and then just drawing your final hand with this minion. You probably don't want a minion twice because then you trigger the shot with a lot of bad cards in your discard pile. Probably want a minion once more this turn. And at that point, I think the inventor's better than a minion. So what can you do here? So for Jackson, I think it's time to get on these conspirators. But I guess Harbinger does get better if you have minions. Like I don't like Harbinger for the map PK because their draw engine is dense. But like for jackdl, their draw engine is like discarding hand cards, which is nice. Um, do you get second potion here maybe? Like event potion, university harbinger. Because like that deck really needs the village effects. That does lower piles a bit, so you might want to score after, like, score next turn. So here they go Market Square Harbinger. You ended up taking an inventor, which I like, as mentioned. Do they go for the Harbinger after all? Because better over Market Square, yeah. I think I like that. Look, they have two Market Squares, 3 bush is probably enough. An inventor is good. Can probably get a minion. They have 2 coins in a potion. Potion goes to university and they have 2 coins left for either conspirator or 2 1 cost cards. So original cards that were originally 3 coins. So thematbk has 3 dents coming in, so probably gonna have a pretty good turn. So might actually need to score here, inventor duchy. Because thematbk has, I think, like 5 or 6 inventors, plus 3 universities, I'm assuming. That's 9 gains. And have 3 dents coming in, which is like a big amount. So if you don't score, your opponent might just go like pile minions and conspirators and bind the state. So I think you have to get a duchy here. It is pretty bad in your deck, but yeah, like having a safety net is important, I think. Um, yeah, I think just getting. Hmm. Yeah, but I guess taking duchy does mean you don't get minion. Minion is pretty important for a draw engine. Maybe just have to go like inventor minion, like get one estate for tiebreaker purposes. Conspirator over minion, don't think I like that like very much. Because I don't think it matters much for piling. It's like the opponent's like way of piling out are like universities and inventors. And like whether minions at 3 and conspirator at 5 or both are at 4 doesn't matter, I don't think. There's always lowest two piles combined are. I guess it does matter if you. I was thinking if you like take minion, then Danish finish is 4 and minion at 3. But then thematbk would still have to like play an inventor first to gain a 4 cost before being able to get dens or minions. So I think for piling it doesn't matter whether you take conspirator or minion, but for deck quality I think minion is a bit better. They did end up going for the estate. I like that. Although, yeah, I think I would prefer minion estate to conspirator estate by a decent bit. It's a pretty good starting hand for the thematbk here. What do we know what you have in the discard pile? Discards 2 coppers and event marks for 2 inventors. So they could Harbinger Inventor here. Which actually maybe Harbinger is good against your opponent's minions, which I neglected to consider when I said that I didn't like Harbinger from thematbk earlier. So what can you do? So can you win here? King Galleria. Galleria doesn't really do anything with inventors though, right? Like if you, I guess if you like plan on buying provinces. Oh, there I have 2 Gallerias. Like you need a lot of money for that to be doing a thing. It's got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16 coins. So if you invent it, you can buy 2 provinces and like 3 cost. Like swinging your minion for money here. Oh, actually. Oh, Gallery is a gain, so you can like play Gallery first and then University to get plus buy. So if they inventor. I think because you want to play the inventor here. If you play inventor, get conspirator, get plus buy, and like then discard with minion. Like there's a possibility you pile conspirators estates if you like get to your other inventors. Like if you use inventors to gain 3 or 4 costs, like which conspirator will be, you get plus buy, and if you then get 8 buys and also have played 2 inventors at least, you can just empty estates. All right, so not going for it. So yeah, in this case, I should have played Galleria first. Oh, actually, they still got there. All right, yeah. You don't have to play the second inventor. You don't need to. You don't need the insertion buys. It costs 0. All right, well played by both players, I think. Slightly different strategies. I think the minion strategy is favored in the late game. But like having 3 dents coming in a certain turn. Yeah, I also haven't like played with or against Galleria yet, but like they're it's a pretty good work. I kind of miss that you also get the plus buy if you like mid-turn gain some stuff. Right, so no new allies card on this board. What do we have? Research for trashing. Let's see, only trashing as well. I guess inheritance kind of counts trashing, but is there a possibility to go for a butcher? Right. Yeah. Thank you. Um, like if you research your states, inheritance get worse, but like you might just like research your earlier states and then like when you have it, when you get inheritance, you can like butcher coppers into states, which would be pretty good, I think. I'm not sure what the best inheritance target would be. I think Talisman would be pretty good in this board. Probably still open research though. You could also like open Talisman, like get 2 researches in your second shuffle, but that seems worse slightly. Because you could inherit like patron and then like use storyteller to like convert the states into draw. So what's the end game looking like? So there's no plus buy, but there is butcher for gains. Um, so like in like you could butcher a bunch of fortresses. I don't think I like opening patron unless like they seem to both be going for like high rolling inheritance. But I think just like researching estates first and then like later getting some inheritance estates would have been better. I do like silver over chariot race for sure. Uh, yeah, if you're going for this, I think I like Talisman over patron, maybe to get more patrons. Maybe not. I think the thematbk could buy hostelry, gain 2 horses. Although you can also butcher, like just like getting a copper, not trashing anything, helps with spiking 7 on a later turn, which is nice. Jakkdl bottom decking their patron, unfortunately, but setting 4 twice, it's fine. I don't like gold here. I think I'd much rather have butcher. Like this seems like a kind of television on inheritance, which jackdaw did hit here, so that's pretty fortunate. To inheritance on chariot race. Not certain whether I like that or not. She can do a forecast, right? Yeah. I think I'd rather get patrons and like use storyteller for draw rather than a bunch of cantrips. Like chariot race, why you still have a bunch of copper and estates doesn't really do that much. So yeah, everyone's butcher here pretty quick for both players. Yeah, I think I wanted butcher definitely over the gold for the thematbk. Yeah, just butcher here, IMO, storyteller. Yeah, guess it's good here with a patron, but like if this hard with a butcher, I think I would have preferred that spot. Yeah, the thematbk does go for the interesting patron. Probably do just draw deck here for jackdaw. I guess. You've got 3 estates. And jakkdl, no other cantrips, is that right? I think so. It's got a fortress, I think. Yeah, the thematbk doesn't have a fortress. Yeah, so the thematbk is planning on getting butchers. Seems like, at least. I think just draw 7 here. I play silver, but not new copper. Storyteller. Guess I'm planning on drawing 6 then. Oh, no. Or 7 after all. Yeah, 7 is nice. Because you can, like, unless you bottom deck an estate, like you draw a deck here. No points, unfortunately, but just gotta put you here for sure. Yeah. I think I have to play estate there first. I guess they're both patrons, never mind. I was confused with, like, I thought their estate was a Jared race, but it was not. That's how I'm not draw, unfortunately, here, but like you just put your copper into an estate, pretty sure. Then probably just gonna butcher, honestly. I want to get rid of these coppers ASAP, I think. Could also get some drawing. Like you could buy a hostelry and start your coppers, but I don't like that as much. Like for 2 horses, but like next turn you've got a storyteller, likely. I guess not. Sure what they do, right? Just draw everything, probably. I just want to end up buying a fortress. Don't love that. Like I think like if you have the chance, like the option of like either charging fortress or copper with your butcher, in this point of the game, you probably still charge copper into a stake. So then at that point, the fortress doesn't really do much for you. And like you're not constrained by villagers, I don't think. So I think that fortress is a bit too soon. Like if you want a fortress at some point, you might as well just like put your silver into it. Like silver's probably like serves its purpose. Let's draw 6, 7 here, yeah. Might be good that I can butcher is a bit unfortunate, but that's what I do. Go for the fancy plays with fortress, but now we've still got like a bunch of copper left. I guess copper isn't that bad with storytellers, but I still want second butcher here. It's like it's only plus gain. Two storytellers should be fine for now. Excuse me. I think butcher just like accelerates your deck pretty considerable margin. Yeah, I do end up getting butcher, and I also have a sorcerer in hand, which is good for them. Yeah, butcher. Yeah, vastly prefer jakkdl spot here. Let's see, probably draw 6 here. Stars here, patrons. And then you get to have 2 states down there. So you get to draw the first thing you gain with Butcher. Like you draw 6 here, then draw the last card with the first chariot race, and then draw, like, and then play Butcher, gain something. But they didn't play their copper? It seems weird to me. Alright, got a phone call. Alright, so what do you gain here? Honestly, maybe just Butcher. Draw it with chariot race. Butcher again. Star Setter. So this allows you to gain Hostelry and horses, I guess. So here's probably just like turn copper into a state. No, they don't. I guess, yeah, maybe I overestimated how much the copper would hurt your deck. Maybe second fortress. Yeah, I guess you'd just gain Hostelry. I can buy Hostelry this turn. I think I want to just trash copper into a state and then buy Hostelry, get a bunch of horses. Like, I do think you need another village effect. Like, you started this turn with 2 villagers, I think. You played 3 terminals. Bison state. Sure. Yeah, it seems like Duck's being pretty far ahead here. Yeah, thematbk, yeah. Kind of come back from this. So far, first player has won every game. Right, new board. What do we have? Merchant. I don't know this card. What does it do? Okay. It's a little village, but there's also a lot of other villages. It doesn't draw. So there's Countess trashing a bunch of villages. Draw the gear or horses. And then plus buy with animal fair. Also plus gain with count, kind of. Opening mountain village. I think I would have liked opening gear silver. I think that's like the best way of hitting 5 for count. Double gear also works, but then you get hands like these, which for jakkdl. Yeah, I think I prefer gear silver the opening. Check inside copper state here. And then buy Slay, maybe. Then you're guaranteed to hit 5 next turn anyway. Because you've got like 4 cards there. There's a 4 copper, you set aside a copper, that's 5. I think since I got 2 estates, a bit greedy. There's not like, you don't really need a 3 cost here. Although second gear would be nice, since you already have a village as well. Yeah, like this. You even get to play the sleigh and by account. Very nice. I think for jakkdl you just had gear copper as well. So their 5 cards are 4 coppers in an estate. Just outside. Gear state. I guess you, since you have the gear here, you're very likely be able to play the other gear and hit 5 anyway. You get to buy but I'm not sure whether merchant scam is better than sleigh. I guess, yeah, I guess they kind of not want a village. So you get count here. Yeah, trash your hand. That's very good. Yeah, very nice. Don't like merchant cap, I guess, and then trash. It's good. Yes, here you can probably gear, set aside sleigh and nothing. And trash the rest. Although you do have to kind of watch out for keeping enough money in your deck. I guess count gives you some money, but you might not want to trash everything. Last card is a copper for the thematbk, I think. They trash last turn. Yeah, getting copper trash too, so like it's a copper. So now I only have 1 copper remaining. I don't think thrashing, like I think you might might have wanted to discard some copper there instead of top decking the sleigh, like, and then have 1 more coin. Like now motivators and gear don't really do anything. You'll be able to buy 4 cost at maximum. You might have wanted to buy festival instead. So what I've set aside, I've got copper state. So they do talk about the merchant camp. Yeah. If they are likely to hit either gear or count or both. Probably top deck. Maybe you gain a copper actually. I think I don't hit getting copper there. Like you're drawing your deck very likely anyway. Yeah, if you would have been able to buy a festival here, that would have been quite a bit better, I think, because then you'd be able to buy festival plus peddler every turn. Hmm. So I could count top deck peddler. Get plus 3 coins, doesn't really do anything. Could set aside peddler copper. Could set aside copper, then count top deck peddler, get 3 coins. Buy festival. Because I still do think festival's best buy here because it like gives you plus buy, which is very good here. Although maybe jakkdl should trash a bit here. I'm not sure. think I like buying festival over trashing. And there's no way to do both, I'm pretty sure. Hmm. Interesting. Um, hmm. So not sure whether they still said a steady ton of copper there. Not sure. So like if you have the copper in your hand right now, one more copper for jackdaw instead of in the state, straight up more money. Definitely festival, yep. You've hit 8 instead of 7. Guess it doesn't really matter because you're probably getting festival peddler anyway. I think I do like festival over anything else. Probably gonna spend your next turn trashing with count. So you top like your merchant camp, play gear, play count, trash a bunch, and then turn afterwards you've got like you don't need to draw. Like if you draw here, like it seems like you need draw, but like once you like trash get in with count, like it's better by reasonable margin, I think. Like if they had set aside copper last turn instead of state, they would have been able to buy festival battler here. I mean festival gear, maybe. Might have been nice. Actually, maybe you could do festival sleigh this turn instead of peddler. So you go for mining village instead. Hmm. Not sure if I like mining village. I think I prefer mountain village. I guess jackdaw doesn't have a sleigh yet, so mountain village. It's like mountain village combos with sleigh. It's insofar you can like play sleigh, then play mountain village to like draw the horse. I don't know. Thematbk probably wants to play gear here, so side 2 horses, play your festival, and play sleigh peddler. Sleigh first, then peddler to top deck a horse next turn. I guess you could pound, gain a copper, get 3 coins, then play peddler to draw the copper. So then you would have one more coin than this. So you would have had 8 coins. Guess it doesn't really matter. Well, maybe. Hmm. I also think maybe silver wouldn't have been bad for MatBK because it adds more payload rather than peddler. Like it's a stop card, yes, but like you're so thin that stop card might not matter. I guess it, like once you go for greening at that point, like you're adding stop cards with green cards and then having an additional clover within silver might be difficult. I think it sounds like nothing here for jackdaw and just like play village and gear again, hit a bunch of like um, yellow and green cards and trash those. Then still have like 4 coins to like buy. No, I think I could also draw a festival, which I don't. Oh no, I don't have a second festival. It's like the Mapika has 2 festivals and jackdl into one. I'll put it the jackdl bind last turn. Right, better Maniville. Yeah, we still don't like. I think I'm Maniville should be behind festival. Plus buy. So what is that side? 2 coppers. So not playing on trashing here, apparently. I think they should have. Oh, they still do. Right, they'll be much better. That makes sense. And then gain 2 peddlers. All right. So last card is another horse, I think. Mono peddler. No, I think it's not a peddler. Do you need the other peddler? I don't think so. I guess you can double festival peddler here. Yeah, so if you didn't gain a peddler, then you would not have been able to buy the second festival. And like spending 1 horse to gain a festival is probably pretty worth. Ammo fair. Oh, that does make sense. Kind of like, well, I forgot about animal fair for a second there. Multiple seconds even. Process that gear. Gear nothing. How much money is this? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus 3 from the account is 11, but you also have to do a thing the account to pay a cost. So I guess you could not set aside with gear until they take gear. I guess you can just set aside gear, then not play merchant camp, but like set aside merchant camp with. But actually, can you? Oh, you can just do it like that. No, this might be better. So you're hitting 10 anyway. Yeah, festival's important here. For thematbk, you probably just play a bunch of stuff. Set aside count and horse. I like draw count, set aside nothing. I like set aside nothing actually. Top deck horse here. Have 15 coins. 5 buys. If you buy all festivals, you still get to buy gear as well for draw. So gear peddler probably. Your opponent has a maximum of 4 gains, so you're not in any sort of threat for piling. I think you need to draw for gear from gear. And peddler, yeah. I think this Slayer has really done some good work for thematbk. I'm not sure, like there was a turn where jackdl could have like set aside a copper and like bought a sleigh, and they didn't. Not sure when it was exactly, but last cards count. King gear, set aside copper, and then count, discard 2 cards. Which gives you 10, 11, 14 coins and 4 buys. Not quite at 16 yet. Double province. I think jakkdl definitely should get some animal fairs. So maybe you like don't play the merchant camp and just trash it to animal fair. You could also trash the count to the animal fair. So if you play gear, play copper, it's 11 coins. Play double animal fair for 2 cards in hand. I think its merchant camp has like been like isn't as good as in your deck anymore. Just 11 coins, play 2 animal fairs, but 11 coins to spend on stuff. Then maybe just province gear. Is gear better than Slay? Maybe. They're not going for the oh, there are ghosts. They were going for the animal first, but getting 2 peddlers instead of points. I think you. I'm not sure about those draws, like those buys. Like they could have just bought an animal fair instead of peddler, right? I think they have money for it. Like they didn't spend any money here. Yeah, I think not buying province here is a bit greedy. It's like I think like thematbk has 7 festivals and an animal fair, so if they draw a deck, they might just be able to like pile peddler gears and then buy 1 estate. So I guess I ran out of draw. So didn't actually draw deck. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6 buys. Yeah, so they short 1 buy, 1 gain. I can't gain duchy for points, and then like then they short 1 gain to pile gears and peddlers. Actually, are they? Yes, because I like I was thinking maybe you can gain the peddler before playing the animal fair, but there's like no gains other than buys. So yeah, I think that getting a festivals was still good because you threaten pile and you force your opponent to take points, even though they didn't. um, yeah, it might have been better. But at that point, maybe animal fair gear would have been better. 2 provinces, yeah, I like 2 provinces. But you do have to get some draw, or they don't get draw. I think you have to get draw there. But they did set aside with gear. They didn't even set aside anything with gear, so given they had trouble drawing last turn, they will have trouble drawing this turn as well, I think. That might give an opening for jakkdl to get back. Get back in it. Gear's a good draw. I think you'd keep Mining Village, or just planning on like triple provincing here. I think you have to hope your opponents can't triple province. Like once again, double provincing is not good enough. Because if you double province, then your opponent just piles gears and busts single states. Both players just a count, I think. Yeah, so no Dutch gaining with count here. Excuse me. I was thinking about like jacking this mining village. Like, how much money do they have? I'm not Sure. 2 annual fairs, 3 festivals, that's 14. 3 peddlers, 17. Coppers, 18. Hmm. I need more money. Trash merchant camp. I think there are some more peddlers in there. So I guess if you trash the mining village and then play one more peddler, you can buy province duchy. So I think third province is out of the question here. So I think you trash mining village here. Um, Draw hopefully some peddlers. Like if you have some more peddlers, you can use one to like buy the duchy, use the other one to trash to animal fair to buy animal fair. I don't like playing the last peddler. I guess no, actually maybe yeah. Now you don't have to. Like, I guess they didn't trash the mining village to be able to do this. Also, actually short. Wait, are they short? By yeah, they're short points because I can pile estates and buy a duchy. No, they're short one by actually. But even then, they're still short 2 points. Hmm. Yeah, I think they should have. I guess they're short one by regardless to pile. Yeah, I don't think there was a way for them to pile here. So I think you just need to double province plus duchy. I don't think it's a winning line, but yeah, if thematbk didn't get those 2 provinces, they would have died. Although, like last turn, jakkdl could have just gone another province, and I think if they had bought province last turn, they would have been able to pile this turn. I think you have to just green here. It like feels pretty bad. I think you just have to buy duchy. Like I think they should have trashed the mining village, so like if you trash the mining village, you are able to buy animal fair, like by trashing a peddler. I think that would have been better. Um, yeah, you can't afford. Yeah, you cannot afford to not take points here. I think. I think you should have to buy dashi and cry a bit. I guess you could like assume your opponent duds, like buy a state gear. But that's really risky. Needlessly risky, probably. Like I think if you're buying gear, you might as well just buy battle misfits. Although I guess that's it. No command. Yeah, so you can buy battle misfits a gear. Not sure how that interacts, but like it still does draw two without lowering gear. Unless you want to gear a state, but I don't think the 1 point matters as much as the 3 points. Maybe it does. Hmm. All right, go for it. So if you buy gear, you have to buy a state, right? Copper. I don't like copper. Hmm. So this is just a winning hand, right? Just play your festivals, play animal fair, buy all gears in the state. Is that true? Like you need 15 coins. 6 plus 6. I guess they're at 14 coins. Get 6, 10, 14 still. Hmm. So the cat pile. Does it win? What, like, I don't see a third pile. Like you're short like 3 coins to pile gear plus buy an estate. Yeah. So I guess you just province something here. Maybe province band. Oh no, you're short one. Hey, you kind of you could do that. You could swap out a festival for an animal fair, I guess. Although not with this play. Like you could keep a festival in hand, have 12 coins, buy province, buy animal fair, trashing a festival, and then buy something which 4, but 2 duchies. One is his province. Like, do you think your opponent can drop a province? I guess, yeah. Oh, that's why the copper. That's a copper. Like, jackdl bought a copper to be able to have 24 if they trash the mining village. But I don't think they have to draw for it. Check that's what the copper threatened. 2 slays. Drawing gear, that's fortunate, but not good enough, it seems. So this is a lot of buys, but not enough money. Yeah, they can buy all gear, but then don't have points lead. I don't even hit 16. It's rough. You have to buy province, or maybe triple duchy. No, triple duchy also loses triple duchy. Maybe province duchy. Yes, probably not a good line here. Oh, so it feels like anyway. So you know your opponents played 1 gear, 1 horse last turn, right? So they have 1 more gear, 1 more horse in their deck as draw cards, and that's it. I guess they do also have Mountain Village to be able to buy back the gear. Because they didn't set aside anything with the gear that's in their discard pile. Interesting. Like, can you assume your opponent's dubbing? Like, they have 3 draw 2s in their deck, and some amount of peddlers. Maybe 2 peddlers? Like, from jackdl's perspective. Yeah, I think you have to just get a points lead here. You can't afford to, like, keep, like, have the gear finally available for your opponent. So no estate buy there. Yeah, I don't think the estate, like the 1 point matters much, so I agree with not buying the estate there. Which looks pretty good for thematbk, especially since they can like get the gear with the advancing village. So there's an argument for playing the sleighs in order to have horse in your discard pile. There's a different argument for keeping the sleigh. So if you draw a second sleigh, you can play 1 sleigh and like put a horse in hand by discarding other sleigh. I think it definitely ought to be gear here. Maybe horse because it's not terminal. But there's 1 more festival in those 3 cards. So like if you bond next festival, if you play 1 gear, bond next festival, then you're pretty boned. I think you take horse here. Or maybe just like set up for next turn, but there might not be a next turn though. Like you're definitely short draw to like draw deck or anything close to it. I guess no, there's a 4th peddler in those 3 cards. So if you're by gear, you're definitely hitting your festival. So I think you can afford to get the gear. Yeah. So side province for sure, and then probably not copper. Probably keep the copper around because you're gonna trigger the shuffle anyway. So I think the copper this turn is better than having copper next turn. Oh, they're setting up for next turn instead. Okay. So just buy a single duchy then. Okay. And the next turn will be pretty good. Yeah. But I might not be next turn. Depending on how jackdl draws. Yeah, no, there's too many green cards in their decks. Although, this is 15. So jackdl can take the tie, right? 15 coins, 5 pies. I think getting a tie is good here. Like, I think if you let the thematbk have another turn, he would win. It's like, you know from jackdl's perspective that like the thematbk set aside 4 cards and then bought a single duchy. So you can probably assume that the cards that they set aside are like good cards rather than green cards. Yeah, let's see. I guess you can't double province even, like force opponent to province duchy state. Like that's not on the table. Maybe if you have 16 coins here instead of 15, you like buy double province, but that feels too risky. And like you're ahead by a game win, and your first player next game, and if you win that one, you win the match. So I think a tie is better for jackdl in this spot than it is for the thematbk. You have 2 buys with the animal pair. You know, enabling you to buy 5 cards here. Yeah, I don't think you can afford to have the thematbk take another turn. Like even if you have like province duchy here, your opponent is probably going to be quite easily be able to double province. And like if you duchy, or maybe even triple duchy, like if you triple duchy, your opponent can just province duchy estate, which seems pretty trivial having set aside 4 cards. Excuse me. Yeah, that's another line than just. Like I think the only line that doesn't immediately lose on the spot to have to thematbk taking another turn is like grabbing a boatload of states. Yeah, I don't like this. Like 16 coins seems pretty trivial. Again, thematbk needs only 2 more coins for like 3 draws with his hand. Safeguard. So you can, yeah, drawing animal fair. Yeah, it's good enough, right? You could just play both animal fairs. Yeah, just more than enough. Yeah, I think it's too greedy to not grab the tie there. Maybe they didn't see the tie. They're too tunnel visioned on like getting green cards, maybe. All right, on to game 5. Not game 3, like the third win from one of our players probably, but game 5. Right, so there's 2 new cards here with Courier and Town Crier. courier. Jack. So it's non-terminal to get a cantrip with this. It's kind of a weird scavenger effect. And Town Crier is one of these. Oh, that's a more than choose one thing. Choose more than one. Let's do. It's either cantrip to gain silver or plus 2 coins. And blacksmith is either draw 2x or cantrip or that. And this is also cantrip. So the only thing is banish. Right. So how do you build here? So menagerie is probably not going to be great until you like can banish a bunch of coppers in the states, which is probably not going to be soon. There is no village other than encampment. No awkward board. So what does Elder do for you? Elder's only good with like these cards. Otherwise it's just in like silver if you don't play one of these. And these, like you can't Elder one of these to like gain plus action. So like actual only village back is kind of elements. And like barracks, so you can use barracks to play like 2 terminals every turn. So maybe do you just go smithing money with barracks? That can't be right, can it? Yeah, townsfolk just don't seem that good to me, but I haven't played with or against them yet, so like I haven't seen them in action, so like it could be like massively unrating them, maybe. They're just banishing a single state. Huh. Instead of gaining a smithy. I think I prefer the smithy line. Oh yeah, this is really good. Like banishing 3 estates. Wow. Yeah, smithy is really, I think it's really good here. Especially with barracks on the game. Like it's just like smithy. Right. Banishing 4 coppers there is good. So is there a plus buy on the board? There isn't, right? Actual factual 0 plus buy. You could just banish here, or you can just take another smithy. I think Dasher's gonna be too slow. Maybe just changeling here. I don't know. I feel really far behind as jakkdl here. Yeah, smithy was really powerful. Like it's really like it's a base set card, and base set isn't like as powerful as most other sets, but like smithy still holds up. 4 cost plus 3 cards, just pretty good. Roll spy gold here. Once you have gold, you can like maybe get a couple of comments, but like as being a single buy kingdom like makes encampments pretty slow. Like I didn't love the banished last turn with 4 coppers. I mean, the thematbk did get pretty fortunate with that, like banishing 3 estates line, but I still think their play has been better. Their opening was better, I think. Like banishing a single estate on the opening shuffle, like gives you basically 1+1 draw in your deck, because like whenever you would have drawn the estate that you banished, like you don't, instead you don't. You draw this card, but like Smithy gives you +3 draw. I guess +2 draw. Yeah, because you like add Smithy and like draw 2 other cards. That's true. Yeah, Smithy turn 3 or 4. Like I think they wanted turn 3 and like yeah. My turn 3 was really fortunate, but I still prefer like buying Smithy over at Banish by quite a lot. I think you take this silver yourself. I don't think you can like your opponent like has overdraw. Like so if you give your opponent silver, you're just giving free money. I think second silver is fine. I can actually receive changing. Oh, that's actually quite interesting. Betting 2 coppers. Menagerie proccing there are actually pretty good. I didn't see that they haven't had a menagerie. Like having a menagerie makes the banish better. Um, this Jester doing some good work. So you could banish both estates and then changeling menagerie. You could also, I guess no, you can't buy barracks unfortunately here. Buy encampments. Encampment's nice because you have the gold now. Yeah, this is awkward though for thematbk. Like you've got 3 terminals now. You're tiny deck with no plus action. So I guess you just don't play your Smithy now. You turn off your opponent's encampment or your opponent's gestures, I guess. I think for jakkdl you have to spend a turn banishing and then green and provincing. It's like these estates really get in the way of your menageries. I guess I'm banishing 4 coppers does make does mean like exactly 5 cards in hand is like with this turn you turn off the gesture, but like next turn you're gaining stuff, so I don't know. I guess as thematbk you're really hoping to like gesture review encampments so you can like get some of those. I guess revealing coppers is pretty swell to like jump your opponent with coppers against a menagerie deck. Yeah, like once you like when they bought the first one and they like flipped gesture, like they flip or he flipped jackdl's gesture, you probably have to take it yourself rather than giving your opponent a second gesture. But like yeah, I agree that I would have preferred second smithy over first gesture. I think you have to go for provincing here. Yeah, I agree. Oh, playing Kamandar over Menagerie is really risky, I think. Well, I guess you can do this and then gain Changeling and then Menagerie draw it. Yeah, I think they're building too big for a single game kingdom. And like, it's not quite single game because of Jester and Changelings, but it's only one, you can only gain 1 green card every turn. Still like just buying province from this point onward. I think jackdl gets a province and Changelings another encampment probably. I think it's probably better than the menagerie. Because like I've got 2 gestures and 2 coppers. Actually not quite certain which of encampment or menagerie want. Like if you had menagerie plus 2 gestures, it's really awkward, but like if you get encampment first and then get to like player gesture and then player menagerie, yeah, I think I end up agreeing with the menagerie gain. This is awkward. You don't want a third gesture, but I guess you just take tensioning. Yeah, yeah. Just take changeling. I don't think you want a third gesture at all. Yeah, barracks is good here for sure. Yeah, the second copper is like pretty bad for jackdaw. Like turn off your menageries. The only way to get rid of it is Spanish, like spending an entire by banishing. So maybe given that your opponent will likely be able to like, or possibly be able to give you more coppers with the gestures, you might want to like get an encampment over the menagerie last turn after all. Because you only have 2 coppers at the moment, but like you're decently likely to get more shoved down your throat. But yeah, I think you still want changelings here. Yeah, I think the first one should have been changing as well. Just get like encampment, just buy province, changing encampments. Last card's gold, right? So you can safely play this encampment here. It doesn't really matter because menagerie isn't going to be anything other than a cantrip, but yeah, for sure. Cursing also pretty relevant in this kingdom, I feel like. I think you buy province here still. Like if you both province every turn, like you're at 1 point up because of the curse, so. I think thematbk could have like been greening like 2 turns earlier. Should lead off with smithy still. What about plunder? Over? No, I don't think over province. Like I don't think the plunder is going to be gaining you 8 points over the course of the game. Like I don't think the game's gonna last 8 more turns. So then I would rather have 6 points. Sorry, I don't think the game's gonna last 6 more turns. So I think it's probably just better from points perspective. What did jackdl do? Oh, sorry. Smithy first. Draw gold. Yeah, player comments revealing gold. That makes sense. Yeah, I think you just take the changeling here and draw it with encampment. Oh, you can't anymore. Right. Buy province again. So now it's tied again. No, I don't like plunder here. Like your opponent can just buy province now and be 12 points ahead, which I don't think you're gonna come back from. So I think you gain changeling, maybe. I guess you can like changeling plunders. Maybe that way you get like enough points before your opponent files province pile, but I'm not sure if it's fast enough. Yeah, taking points probably best case scenario with these testers now, rather than gaining anything. Probably have to buy duchy here and just like changing 2 plunders. You could also banish 2 curses and changing 2 plunders, but if you're adding two stop cards to your deck, you might need to like, if you're planning on like gaining a bunch of plunder points every turn and buying duchy, like catch up in points, like catch up to your opponent who's provincing every turn. Yeah, I think I like duchy plunder, although now you don't have enough draw, very likely. Might need to banish soon. Smith is really good here, I think. But I think the thematbk got too fancy this game. Like, I think they should have just like bought province earlier than they did. Here's gold. Not sure if I like the gold. And maybe just banishing a single green card would have been better. What did they had in hand? Yeah, I had two provinces in hand, so I think I like banishing two provinces better than buying gold. I think it's just take changing here. And like hope to turn changing into a cantrip or smithy. Or maybe a plunder. I think you have to it's take changing here. Our paws looking not too bad. Paws are probably gonna be curses. That's a lot of stuff. So if you province and your opponent provinces, then you're pretty dead in the water. But if you, yeah, I think you can afford to take province here. But like, what else is there to do, you know? Touchy, yeah, I think. Yeah, well, not sure, because even if you province, and then jackal duds, and then you province, if jackal can then still get a province, then they still have a points lead. You can just gain duchy and plunder here. You can also banish two curses. Not sure whether that's better or worse than just taking duchy. Hmm. Do 3 points matter, or does deck control matter more? I think it might still be the 3 points. Oh, you did go for double plunder. Hmm. Hmm. Not sure if I like that. Like, I don't think the fifth plunder is that relevant. I guess it's better than duchy, probably. They're taking changeling over smithy. Hmm. I guess they only have one encampment, so like they're very limited in action space. Jackal is. Um, I guess you just banish province here. Like, all the other things seem worse. Maybe is courier any good? Maybe. I think as Jackal you have to like finish the game sooner rather than later. Yeah, I think I like courier. Mm. should probably just give a gold, yeah. Wait, take a gold. No, you give a gold. Okay, menagerie, yeah, that's good. I think here you can afford to take province because your opponent's provinces, then they're probably losing. Yeah. It's a good draw for jackdl, but like they have to double curse probably. They didn't. Probably give a gesture. He take a gesture. A province. Oh, that seems not good. I think you have to take duchy there. Yeah, I think that game should have been shorter, but well played by thematbk. Did you like to get the win there? Yeah, it's definitely first at 3.5. At least one more game. With thematbk, we're about to be playing first. All right, what do we have for this match point? So there's modify as a new card. What does it do again? Trash card from your hand, either cantrip or remodel. Okay. There's lucky coin in the opening. So what do we have for trashing? Just modify and oh yeah, it's also pool camp procession. Is there some gamble synergy? Not really. I guess there's also page, by the way, which is quite relevant. You probably don't want silvers because you want to get through page line quicker. Yeah, 2-5 would have been really good here to get page modify, but neither player has it. It's probably definitely open page and then maybe fool. Maybe like you get silver to be able to buy modify, but then if you do that, like you've got silver in your deck, yeah, you have to modify into something else probably. It's like I think page, like getting page in the name of the game here, or by getting champion, like a bunch of warriors, because like there's not that much draw on the board other than like I guess there's library input. Okay, never mind. You can probably one champion can probably library then like modify a bunch, library again. I don't like getting a silver with the maybe. I'm wondering whether you pull if you have the like you like maybe you open just page silver fool. It's like fool might be able to like cycle you through like with maybe like River's Gift, Sea's Gift, or Wind's Gift, and like Storm's Gift is also good. Flame's Gift's good. I rest of the gifts are pretty medium, I think. Like Earth's Gift is like fine, gets you a Procession Water Village, nothing great. Oh, there's also Curse Gold, of course, right? I completely forgot about Curse Gold. Do you take a curse to be able to buy modify now? You have to like buy page. Actually, there's gambling for page. So you could have actually, yeah. Actually, I might have liked like turn one page and turn two gamble, like create a tiny shuffle with page in it. I think you gamble again. I guess if you don't gamble, if you gamble here, you don't hit page, then page will miss the next shuffle. I guess you don't gamble, or so jackal did open page into gamble. So I'm not sure if I like playing lucky coin in that case. I don't think I do. I don't think you want silvers. Yeah, full seems good here. Sun's Gift into Moon's Gift could be nice, but just probably just discard all four whatever you hit, because like I think the only cards you hit are starter cards. Discard all of those, top like nothing, I think. And just buy another page maybe. You could also gamble one more card instead of buying a page, but I think getting a page is good because like warriors are pretty good cards here, like in late game or mid game maybe. Hero for payload. Hmm. Hmm. So what's the other payload you have? Modifies, I guess. I guess that's it. Like maybe you do want some payloads. Maybe yeah. Maybe you like level up a second traveler up to hero. Getting cursor game modify. Hmm. Yeah, I think I like getting different page lines going. It's like yeah, you probably do want a warrior. I mean a hero. Like I've been convinced by Putin. And I definitely want a bunch of warriors here. Like maybe warriors not like necessary with libraries draw. Library is pretty strong draw, especially with hero. Um, I think I like champion with library on board. Like there's some villages with wall villages in possession, but like possession doesn't seem that fantastic here. Like possessioning fool doesn't really do much for you. Like possessioning like so then you only possession wall villages in fives, like then fives into nothing. That doesn't seem great. Like if you don't have champion, you need a bunch of wall villages to be able to do library stuff, and I don't like that. Like I just want to like have a champion and like play library to draw a bunch and modify hero, stuff like that. Then library again, modify and book and like modify hero some more maybe. I think that's the plan. Yeah, I think you just buy modify here. I think I like jakkdl spot more than thematbk's. Like thematbk has to like gain 2 silvers if they like yeah 2 silvers if they want to. But it's kind of copy there is nice to be able to trash the curse instead of the other way around. Probably just gonna page here. Like, I don't think thematbk has another page line. Yeah. I like the way thematbk played that. Like this got a cover because we're planning on trashing the curse with modify anyway. They got print gifts, so like they could trash an additional copper. So yeah, this kind of copper there was good. Like not playing on autopilot and discarding the curse there. Being deliberate. Good. Mm, yeah, can like do we know the last 2 cards? Like can we like gamble for some stuff? I think it's not like I think you discard the curse gold indeed. Probably get just a wall village, maybe another page line, and then can like probably gamble at least once and get another page. I think I want one champion, one hero, and then like three warriors. Three warriors seems fine to me. Yeah, I definitely don't think I want cursed or jackdaw here. Like they're further ahead in their page lines than maybe I guess not by that much, but hmm. I don't love this. Like I guess you trigger the shuffle here. So you gain a curse to be able to draw to trigger the shuffle with all your back cards. I guess maybe it's good. Mine skips pretty bad here. I think just play Clipper on my page. Thematbk here. I think it's better than gambling. This one maybe think jakkdl should have bought a page instead of doing a last gamble or like a white last gamble. It's not a gamble. Yeah. Well, actually, thematbk bought one page and like modified the copy into a page, but same difference. Both have 2 pages, or like have 2 traveler lines. I still like the third page because like I still want one champion, one hero, and then maybe even more than one hero if I'm going for library draw. Like if your deck just like having a champion play and then having a bunch of library heroes and modifies, that seems pretty good. Like library, like you can hero gain gold, library draw up, modify the gold to province, gain another gold with hero, do that kind of stuff. Unfortunate that you don't get to play your treasure hunter here, but I mean, you probably didn't want to play your treasure hunter anyway because your opponent gained 3, 4, 5 cards. Yeah, you definitely didn't want to play your treasure hunter for 5 silvers. Yeah, I think it's a bit too early to get Puka because like your deck's mostly terminals. So like Puka as terminal draw is not good. Like I think I like Puka after I get champion, but not before. Like maybe jakkdl could like get a Puka this shuffle, like have champion and Puka in the same shuffle, though that runs the risk of like drawing it dead. Like if you get to play your champion and then Puka, that's really good. Okay, so both Trashes and Silver with their warriors. Jay's having some fun over here. Another page. Good thing I not have gambled first. I'm not sure. Maybe they knew what the deck was or didn't keep that good track of it. The Boon Proud has empty target 1 in 3. Yeah. 1 in 4 to hit Field Gift. Yeah, probably not worth to play full there. Run the risk of do you play this? Probably not. Actually they didn't. They only gained 1 card, so yeah, that's good. Only 1 silver is very nice. Probably just ditch that. Don't want to curse. And cursing yourself doesn't seem worth gambling one more time. So they got to gamble 3 times due to the curse. Still don't love it. And they try to go for more cycling. Probably just modify copper into page and then gamble. I guess you can gamble twice now. By drawing 1 more. Yeah. Probably better. Mavic as a hero. Play that for sure. Wait, why did you play that? Oh, you don't want to draw your hero dead? 1 and 6? Yeah, maybe. I do. So for jakkdl, you just gamble a bunch. Try to hit your champion. Puka. Could they have gambled once? Did they have 7 or did they have 6? 3 coppers. Oh, they had 5 exactly. Right? Yeah, fair enough. This kind of fool's good here. Play. Let's skip your turn here. Definitely don't gamble. Page is probably fine. I like it. You play lucky coin. You know your opponent has one treasure hunter, but it's like rare in your deck, so probably don't play lucky coin. Like getting a silver doesn't seem worth like having a half gamble extra. I think I just want to gamble here a bunch. I don't love it. Maybe they're tracking the deck and like this assures they will be able to hit champion. Wait, they don't gamble at all? Then why play the puka? Why would play lucky coin if you already has 5? Like I don't think silver is a good card in your deck now. I don't like that. I mean, yes, it makes your opponent's treasure hunter worse, but like at that point you didn't know yet that your opponent had a treasure hunter. Is it worth taking two silvers here? Okay. Yeah, I don't like playing these lucky coins. Silver's really bad here because like if you're going to go for the library engine, like then silver is actually harmful to your deck. So full first probably. I think I prefer full first. Would discard copper silver and then modify the curse gold into something. Probably want to modify this curse gold into library. Rather trash copper. Oh, they borrowed the champion. Oh, I thought like the champion was one of these two cards. Oh wow, that's a beating. Yeah, that's probably close to game. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, I think I would rather have trashed trash the curse gold into Puka instead of the silver into Puka. I think I just have to get a bunch. I'm playing warriors. Oh yeah, I think you have to play warrior. Like drawing the champion that is bad, but I think playing the warrior is good because you can like level it into hero. Yeah, alright. Alright, there we go. There we go. Yeah, you probably want to hit your modifies with gambling. You could also just buy Puka, I guess. Yeah, I really like it. Straight Hunter's probably gonna be a bit awkward, but Flames gets nice. Clash down a copper. Yeah, I agree. I think I'm probably gonna be modified fodder, being honest. Wait, did thematbk opted not to level their hero into opted not to charge a warrior into a hero? So he's probably not going for the library stuff. Yeah, that's a lot of draw with your Puka. Go pawn first for like card and buy. Yeah, plus buy is good here. So in those last two cards, there's library. Probably just want to modify curse gold into modify. As the last two cards, I probably modify library. I think they have two modifiers, and the thematbk has three. I don't think it's 4-1. I guess you could play Lucky Coin to have Puka food, but I think you're not like limited in Puka food yet. Or did the thematbk get a library? Yeah, they did. All right, or he did. So jakkdl doesn't have a library. 3 Pukas. They could take another modifier here and then buy another pawn. Oh, actually, I have a lot of money. I thought for some reason, oh, they only have 2 coins in their current money pile, but like completely working on the fact that they have like a lot of money in hand still. I think you do take a modify. Like, and then you can modify these goals into provinces. So how many gains have they already had? Just the one with modify. No, just one with hero. Gains gold. I'm not sure if I love getting gold here. I think I like modify more. Well, maybe not. He's now gained 2 cards. Probably third one now, and then buy 2 things. So like this charge hunter would be getting 5 silvers. Yikes. Yeah, that's not where you want to be. I can gamble the right, you can gamble the pawn into a plus buy and a coin. That's a tight play. I like it. I didn't see that. Didn't see that line. Although I'm not sure whether the third buy is relevant here. Starting page line. Why though? Like you're not going to be playing your treasure hunter, I don't think. So then what is page doing? What's space doing for you? Oh, right. I like where your head's at. But I'm thinking whether it's not just better to like once you're out of coppers and silvers, where it's not just better to like modify your pukas into libraries and modifiers and then like audible into library draw instead of puka draw. Get 8 silvers. Well, yeah, I think this seems like we're going to game 7. Silver planning. Maybe. Probably not. Card and buy. Of course, I'd have to special gold here. No trash silver. So like, no trash answer would gain 10 cards? No, 9. Just 9. Yeah, playing the trash answer is giving you 9 silvers, which is still not where you want to be, probably. Only one what? Trash answer. Oh, yeah, yeah. I think the thematbk has the other two. Pretty sure, actually. Drop cookie there's nice. I think you just modify this trash hunter into modify. Alright. Yeah. Fair enough. Alright, so game 7 alert. Alright, so what do we have? We have Bane. Which? Alright, we have attack with the Ambassador. That's trash, like thinning and trashing with the Ambassador. Load's probably not going to be good here. Coin. So the only village is, well, there's border village and there's also Sauna Avanto to gain plus action. It's pretty limited though. So definitely open ambassador. What else? Double ambassador, maybe. Ambassador Sauna seems pretty weak. You could open ambassador raise if you're risk averse, which I don't hate. They're going silver ambassador. I mean, I'm assuming like silver Sauna seems losing to ambassador. Jackdaw did not collide the ambassador because they won that one, but yeah, that okay, bottlenecking their silver. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I think Jackdaw's gonna run away with the thinning. So their deck is currently 1 bigger than their starting deck. It's gonna be 2. I think maybe Matt McKay's plan should be getting more saunas to be able to like draft more than one card in a turn, but it's gonna be tough. Probably get a raise at Jackdaw. Like raising your second ambassador at this point is probably pretty good. I think I can afford to like return 2 more coppers and then there's some money to like be able to ramp up the other things. You could also ritual trashing ambassador here and then like ambassador curse for the next call turns, but I don't think that's good. It seems like too fancy. You might do that later, but I think I'd like a raise for now. They end up doing, they end up returning 1 copper and buying a silver. Okay. But they already have a raise. Oh, Oh, the bet getting raised like way earlier. Oh, completely missed that. I think you do still raise the estate to be able to gain this, like draw silver or have a chance of drawing a silver and then invest in the copper. Like I don't think the delta between like giving your opponent a estate or giving your opponent a copper is that big. Should rather like get extra card in my hand. I think you do still take the silver and return 1 copper. To buy something. Maybe return nothing. No, you do return copper, I think. I don't think you want a 5 here. Margrave. I don't like getting Margrave. I guess you can discard raise a Messer here, and then you Margrave. You're definitely hitting Border Village. Because you've got silver and copper also those last 2 cards. No, I don't like this. You're not guaranteed to hit 6 now. Yeah, I think I would have discarded all the action cards. And then Margrave to be able to hit 6 and hit Border Village. Because like Border Village just seems like the most important card for jakkdl right now. Because like last turn, like thematbk did like trash 3 cards, and they're gonna trash more cards this turn as well. So yeah. I think it was a slight misstep by jakkdl. Like yes, you get rid of the master this way, but hitting 6 is more important than that. Raise probably better than nothing, yeah. Guess I hit 6 1 turn later, but I don't think I like getting rid of all the ambassadors. I'm not sure. Giving one to junk your opponent some more would be good still. Maybe Grobber? Or just in a second conspirator. Yeah, I think I like second conspirator. Awkward hand here. Probably discard. Oh. You don't get to hit 6 regardless. What you do? You just probably just wanted to keep the attack. It's like attack your opponent, attack to their resources. Pretty fortunate draw for thematbk there. Hitting 6, not drawing any of their Shauna's dead. Training on Sauna, that's actually pretty good. That's a lot of money. You actually think thematbk might be ahead right now. Having access to 4 Saunas is probably apparently good enough for trashing. I guess by Border Village Sauna here. Yeah, and they so like Avanto's pretty bad card for jakkdl, I think. Like it's a really good card for thematbk. I think you trash copper. Maybe trash silver actually to try and hit Margrave. I think I want to keep at least 1 raise around for trashing these last 2 coppers. Yeah, like yeah, don't attack now. You only have 1 buy. I think I should have capped the Margrave over the conspirator over the Border Village there. Like, yes, you can, like, you're probably gonna draw either your conspirator and slash or your border village dead, but like you were hitting border village anyway. Like the Margrave will allow you to hit maybe border village plus raise, or like I guess it's also just the attack, which is pretty good. Yeah, keep those, that's good. So much do trash. Yeah, everything seems fine. The border village now Avanto, assuming. Do you think you need third buy just yet? Yeah, for sure. Like the attack there was pretty important, I think. Too late. I think you're ahead, thematbk. I think your deck's better at the moment. So this is 10 coins. Yeah, jakkdl probably needs to in the second Margrave next turn. Well, oh, they already have 2 Margraves, so like 3 buys is probably good for jakkdl, and like thematbk might want a might want a Margrave now for the third buy because they have a lot of money already. I guess they can just double border village and then Margrave Avanto as secondaries. They can even like trash all their coppers if they want to, but they do have a bunch of overdraw, so maybe not necessary to trash coppers here. I guess you go for a grave robber now, like border village, get Margrave and grave robber. Like, Margrave for a second buy and grave robber for like grabbing border villages into provinces. I think I like that. Maybe third buy is not as necessary if you don't have, like, if you have a maximum of 12 coins in your deck. I don't like these Avantos. Like, you're already, like, got plenty of draw. Like, Avanto doesn't really do anything for you there. I think Grave Robber there is way better. So you can raise a copper and still buy 2 border villages. As jakkdl, because as jakkdl, you definitely want to get rid of these coppers with your if your draw is conspirators. Oh, I don't like this. I don't think. Like, are they gonna get in border village raise? Oh, conspirator border village. Yeah. So you're giving up on tracking a copper to gain a conspirator. I do I like that? I guess you're already overdrawing. Got 4 stop cards in your deck. But like, yeah, you have to have a border village in your opening hand to be able to like start your conspirator chain, right? Unless you have raises. I think this is a bit too risky. Like, I think I would rather have trashed a copper and bought a raise there than gained another conspirator there. Yeah, and here, Mapping has way too much draw and not enough payload. Yeah, having a grave robber in this deck would have been really good. So yeah, you have 13 now, but like, what does the attack do for you there? Like, the attack is actually good for your opponent, and the third bite is really, you're not doing anything with the third bite, I don't think. So I don't think playing the Margrave there was good. So how are we doing piles? Healthy enough, I think. Like jakkdl has 3 plus buy. Like the no piles are 7 in total. Because like border village doesn't quite count because it's like. So the border villages are basically empty. I consider them basically empty, and there's 7 more gains to be done before it's a 3 pile. So yeah, what do you do as the PK here? I still want the grave rob. Like just getting these 2 border villages, getting 2 grave robbers, maybe. So they overdrew by 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They overdrew by 8. Yeah, I think I would. I like 2 border villages, 2 grave robbers. You're not concentrated on actions, you're not concentrated on draw. Yeah, I like that. Maybe, yeah, triple. Like, jackal only has 4 buys? Yeah, 4 gains at least. Yeah, it seems like the thematbk, if they see the graveyard line, should be in a good spot to win here. There's also ritual border village here. Like ritual for border village is 5 points. Like, late game. You rarely buy Grave Robber? I think it's a really good card. I think if you rarely buy it, you should buy it more. Like some boards is pretty bad because it's terminal, but like if you have enough action space, then it's usually pretty good. Like top decking action card from the trash doesn't come up that often. It's more like most often just like remodeling something in province. But like the top decking can be relevant as well. The one grave over one of it. I still don't think you need Avanto. Like you overdraw by 8 last turn, and you're adding 1 stop card and plus 3 draw. So maybe you ritual that border village either actually instead of playing it. So you can double province here. Yeah, I think you want to not play your border village, buy province, ritual your border village. That's 10, that's 12. We have either 6 or 5 remaining. Yeah, and then you raise a copper and buy a grave robber, I think. I guess raising a copper doesn't really come as much as you're overdrawing anyway. Yeah, maybe like the turn I mentioned, like trashing copper, it wasn't like necessary. because you've got enough draw. But like you only have enough draw if you kick off your conspirator chain. So maybe I guess sacrificing the Borderfish ritual is pretty greedy because you need to have a Borderfish in play before you can start your conspirator chain. So yeah, that's probably bad. Disregard trashing Borderfish. But then how do you win as jakkdl here? That's true. You could train the conspirators. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably fine. Still think you're pretty far behind, but like it's spending 6 coins now to add 7 coins of payload to your deck. That's pretty efficient. Probably discard Margrave Silver Province here. Yeah, I think the mat should be pretty easily be able to triple province here. Actually, no, they couldn't because I only have one Grave Robber in deck. Yeah, I like taking a Grave Robber here, sure. Although I think you might have maybe like you can Grave Robber Son into a Grave Robber here. Or you can actually gain the Border Village again and then gain another thing. So you can Grave Rob top deck Border Village, gain Grave Robber, draw them both. Oh, that's actually pretty good. It works, right? Gain a card from the trash costing 3 to 6. There is a Border Village in the trash. This has when you gain this. So top deck Border Village, gain Grave Robber, draw both, and then Grave Rob like a Sauna probably into either Sauna into Grave Robber or just Border Village into Province. Either seems fine. We've got 13 coins. I don't think there's a way of triple processing here. Like you've only got 14 coins if you play the Sauna. Like you could gain 2 coins off of this Grave Robber, but then you don't get another province. Like you gain Borderfish and Conspirator. Yeah, I like this. This is good. Can you do this again? Like Grave Rob, Border Village into Grave Robber, draw it, gain Border Village. Yeah, you could. Not sure if it's good. I think it's probably good. I think, yeah, I think, do you want a 4th Grave Robber in your deck for next turn? Maybe. I don't hate it. You can also just province, and Grave Robber. Yeah, your opponent doesn't have Grave Robber, so next turn you can just like gain the Border Village at your leisure. I think you'd province here and ritual the Border Village, maybe? Still? To gain 5 more points. I think I like it. Then your opponent's forced to like double province, and then you can just single province and like either pile advantage on conspirators or just quad province even. Yeah, I'm not sure how much money jakkdl has. You have 7 times 3 is 21, plus some amount of silver and copper. Let's see. 2 silver, 2 copper. It's 21 plus 6 is 27. So they could, yeah. Could they double province and then like triple ritual maybe? Not sure. Like ritualing a border village and a margrave or something of the like. I think you should have played margrave there, and then conspirators, and keep the border villages in hand to be able to. I guess you raise the raise here. I don't like this. I think you raise the raise there. Get conspirator, draw the last card, and then ritual both the border village and the margrave. I guess you're short biased then. Shift your conspirator here. 20. Up to 20. Conspirator 21, of course, as we mentioned earlier. Good double province and ritual the border village. I think you do need to get a points lead. Like your opponent can quite easily quad province though. So like you quad duchy. I mean that's not enough points because then you only go to 18 points. I just don't see a good line for jakkdl here. So if you province duchy, you can province duchy, ritual the border village, and still raise a copper, I think. That's 18 plus 4 is 22. You could then also even raise the province for one more point. Oh no, you don't have to plus by, never mind. Only 4 buys. Yeah, I think I like province duchy ritual. That's 12, 17 points up to 23. You still lose to quad province, but I think you lose to quad province regardless. So you have to assume your opponent's not quad provincing. Although your opponent discarding Silent to a Margrave trigger is doesn't suggest they will dud. Especially since they tanked a bit at that decision. I think the thematbk took a little bit of time deciding on the last discard. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's some other line where you play around. Like, I think you have to assume your opponent duds and don't quad province. What happens if you triple province here? Two province and states gives you an 8-point lead. And you just lose the double province. Yeah, don't see any other good things. Like, I think jackdl also should have taken one or two grave robbers. Yeah, I think the province double that she ritual line is correct. Although like they did it here, like jackdl opening hand. Yeah, I plan to agree. That's not a good opening hand you want to see. I think you can just summon Avanto here. I don't like playing the border village actually. She need border village to grave rob. Pretty sure. Themat has two Margrave total, so one in those two cards. And another border village, maybe? But then they don't have it, I think. I don't think they can quad here. Actually, wait, maybe a grave robber. So you definitely play Sauna. That gives you 8 coins. A grave rob, 2 things and a grave robber. No, that doesn't work. Grave rob something and Margrave. Yeah, you're short 2 coins, double buy province. To buy 2 provinces. Right? I think. Excuse me. What if I say Sauna, hit Margrave, Grave Rob, take the border village and Avanto? And then you play the Margrave, draw Avanto Grave Robber plus something. And you still got 3 Grave Robbers, with which you can trash Avanto, the border village you did, and like it depends on what the other card from the Margrave is. Because think if you would Grave Robber, top deck, border village, and gain Grave Robber here. I guess if you then play Margrave, you need to play border villages to get action space. So you're actually limited by actions. Huh. Had not considered that. Yeah, I think like in their opening hand with 2 Vantosana, I think I would rather have Sana Vantosana to get the plus action. Wait, I'm stupid. Of course, you can't gain both a Grave Robber and a Vanto. So, the card was border village. No. So this is 1 coin short. Wait, unless you can you Grave Rob? No. Yeah, I think the thematbk has to play as though jackdl could do some stuff. So what happens if you do this, gain a Vanto? I could play board village. Yeah, I don't think you can quad province here. So I think he should have just tripled. I guess you can still triple by playing both Avantos. But then you can't grave rob anything. Hmm. Wait, what? Oh, they can just pile out. Right, that works. I completely missed that. Well, GG. So, congratulations to the thematbk. Even though they were the lower seed, they had a bit well on the last game as a second player. So, congratulations to them for winning the E-League Championship of Season 50 of the Dominion League. Yeah, it's gonna be it for the video as well. So thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned for more Dominion content, either commentary or playing league matches. I think I'm promoting to C next season, so yeah, stay tuned and adios.